Hey, oh, hey everybody! It's OmniDog. Hey, OmniDogs and Omni Kittens. It's an impromptu question and answer on the American holiday. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. So, I had to mute myself. I'm new at this. So, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and here to answer any questions you may have about comic books. I don't pretend to be an expert on everything, but I do know some things. I am not the guy who can tell you about X-Men continuity. I don't have a clue on that. So you don't want to ask about any. I mean, I can tell you about modern day X-Men maybe a little bit, but don't don't look to me for X-Men questions about Chris Claremont's run or something. So let's see if we have any questions here. Mr. Johnny Kid, hey, Matt Miranda, Albert Iodine, Kenneth Crayley. How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving. Jesse Say What? Felipe was on there. Felipe, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And I don't think Gabe can join me, Mr. Johnny Kid, because he's got, he has tons of family in town. So I knew not to even try and get him. We did have one question already. Is the new 52 Flash still good after the omnibus? I'm going to answer that and say not really, but only because I haven't read it. It's only because of what I've heard. So you may want to ask that question in the Omnibus Collectors group. I'm not sure about it. I just remembered that I like the Francis Manipool run. I love current Rebirth Flash, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with New 52 Flash. I hope you eat plenty. Happy Turkey Genocide Day, Gabe. That's funny. I thought you had tons of family in town, so I didn't even think to ask you. I hope you eat plenty of turkey and drink a lot of root beer. Thank you, Matt Miranda. Is your mad you're doing this instead of helping with food? Is your wife mad? No, we're going out. We're going to a restaurant, Adonis. We're going to a restaurant, as we did last year, because my daughter hates Thanksgiving food, and we go to a buffet where you can get whatever you want. Have you seen the CW Supergirl TV series, and what do you think of the TV version of Supergirl? I like it a lot. I have seen it, and I like it a lot. I need to catch up. I've only seen like the first 5 or 6 episodes. So it's only the first. I was only reading the first. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was only seeing the first few episodes, and so far it's good. I like it a lot. Somebody told me that eventually, like, lots of people get superpowers or something in it, like Jimmy Olsen. So I don't know. The first part of it, it's good. Let's see. Hey, I was reading Perez Wonder Woman, and it's okay, but I have trouble finishing it because it's kind of dated. Question: do you have a lot of trouble with binge reading your Golden Age volumes? Yeah, I understand that. It dated stuff can be hard to read. I happen to like Wonder Woman by Perez, but I liked it when it came out, so I'm familiar with it. But yeah, I have to admit, Golden Age stuff can be a little bit of a chore to get through. I like Silver Age better, but historically, I love Golden Age stuff. What's your favorite Thanksgiving side? Does pumpkin pie count? If pumpkin pie doesn't count, I'll say yams, sweet potatoes with marshmallows on it. That's what I think. I have not seen Justice League yet. Matt, I want to. I'm going to see it this week, and I'm going to see Thor this week. I haven't seen either of them. season 1 and season 2 of Supergirl. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm way behind on Flash. I got to binge Flash this week because I love Flash on the CW, and I need to binge watch that. Well, thank you, Michael Lombardo, for saying this is a Thanksgiving treat. Well, I'm waiting for questions to roll in. Let me put in a plug. My mic catching for. Let me get the camera back. Descender. I just finished all 4 volumes of Descender by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Holy guacamole. What a good book this is. Let me show some art. It's all painted art, and it's really good. It's about an artificial intelligence kid. It's a society where robots have taken over. Not taken over, but they have artificial intelligence. And robots are used extensively. Wait, one moment. Yes? It's my daughter with my Thanksgiving coffee cake. Hi.
Hi.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi. Happy Thanksgiving, nerds.
There you go. Thank you very much, sweetie.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right, I'm going to go watch the parade.
Wait, take the dog with you.
Oh, Holly, come
on. Okay, where was I? Thank you, sweetie. Descender is about beautiful painted art, and it's got the idea is there's these guys called harvesters that are sort of like Galactus. They come into this universe and wipe out like 2/3 of the population on all the planets, and they harvest all the human life and leave robots. And then there becomes this robot sort of racism where they start killing robots. But these things have artificial intelligence, and they can think, and some of them can feel. One of them, the central character, Tim 21, can even dream. And it is a great book. Great book. 5th volume comes out in January. I'm going to stick with the trade paperbacks. There's a hardcover coming out too. I don't think it's going to be all 5 volumes. If it is, I might upgrade if it's all 5 volumes. But I highly recommend Descender to anyone out there who likes a good sci-fi read. And let's see if we have any questions. What am I thankful for? Like seriously, or comic book wise? Seriously, I'm thankful that I have you guys that like to watch my channel. I appreciate it. I love comic books. I love action figures. I'm thankful for statues, which I just ordered. I just ordered another one, Supergirl from Sideshow. It was on sale for Black Friday, and I couldn't help myself. It was gorgeous. Yeah, I ordered that. So that's what I'm thankful for. Of course, I'm thankful that I found a woman who puts up with me. That would be my wife. I have a great daughter who just brought me the traditional Thanksgiving coffee cake that my wife makes. So I'll be eating that, I'm sure, and getting it all over my beard. Let's see, what are you listening to lately? I picked up Floating Points, Reflections, Mojave Desert yesterday. I remember seeing it in one of your vinyl unboxings. Yeah, I did get that. Let's see. Let me go out and quickly look at my vinyl, and I'll tell you, I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. The last things I've listened to has been the soundtrack to Atomic Blonde, which I love the movie, and I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack's killer. And I haven't seen this movie, but the soundtrack is fantastic, and that's Hannah. I haven't seen it yet, so but I want to. The soundtrack is just brilliant. I tested it out the other day, and I thought it was great. Jess, what are your favorite runs of comic Supergirl? Speaking of Supergirl, mine are Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, and Rebirth. Supergirl has been good so far. I agree, Kenneth Crayley Jr. I like Peter David's run on Supergirl a lot. I like Rebirth Supergirl. I love, love, love Silver Age Supergirl. That I feel about that Supergirl like you guys feel about Nightfall. A lot of it makes no sense, but it reminds me of my childhood, so I love it so much. Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes Silver Age is just right exactly what I love. Did you wait? Ugly McGregor. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm not accepting you into the group. James Dayrit, happy Thanksgiving. I have not tried Habit Burger yet. I need to. You'd think I would. It's only half an hour away, and I fly across the country for In and Out. But yeah, I need to try Habit Burger. There's one about half hour, 45 minutes away, and I definitely need to. I'll probably call you on the phone when I do it. Are you surprised you almost have 1,000 subscribers and views per video? Yeah. When I started this in May, I was hoping I'd get 3 subscribers. So to think that I have 1,000 is mind-boggling, utterly mind-boggling. At least you're done with pops now. That's true. I'm trying to keep the pop population down to the bare minimum. Just might need to. Matt Miranda says just might leave the den to avoid temptation. That is true. The den is really bad for me. Let's go back here. I missed a bunch. Gabe asks, did you get that Mondo Alien vinyl set? Yeah, I just got my shipment notification too, so we should be getting it in the next couple weeks. Thoughts on the more respected graphic novels like Mouse and Contract with God trilogy? Gosh, I can't say anything about Mouse that hasn't already been said. Mouse was brilliant. It deserved the Pulitzer Prize. It's one of the most gut-wrenching, honest, amazing, tragic stories. Not only is there tragedy with the Holocaust, but there's tragedy between Art Spiegelman and his father. They have such a difficult relationship. And I think that it helped really, since it was done, I think, back in the late 80s. That's when it was serialized in Raw magazine. I think it helped legitimize the art form and open people's eyes about what comic books can be. So I am a huge proponent of Mouse. It's brilliant. Another one of his that's really good is I think it's called A World with No Towers, about life after 9/11, since he lives in New York City, I think. So yeah, and I love, and of course the guy that introduced and invented the graphic novel, Eisner. I love all his graphic novels. Those are awesome. Did you check out that recent Alex Ross Justice League? Absolute. If you're referring to World's Greatest Superheroes, yes. I have the old version that cost $50. I got it a long time ago. But yeah, it looks brilliant in those big pages. But those big pages are actually smaller than what it originally came out in. It came out in a magazine form that was like this, and they were a pain in the butt to store. So I'm glad that they're in a better format now. I'm considering double dipping on Descender. Yep, I hear that. I double dipped on Sunstone, so I may double dip on Descender too. It is such a good story. Okay, flood insurance. I don't need flood insurance because I had the whole backyard regraded, so there's no water coming into the Batcave anymore. Sender and Black Science are going to be my last purchase of the year from Matt Miranda. Excellent choices. Excellent choices. I loved the book I just talked about, The Sender. What are your top 5 favorite root beers? Well, I don't have root beer in front of me because I don't want to spill anything on my laptop, but the first one would be Frost Top, but that's too hard to find, so I've started promoting Boylan root beer. That's really good. There's a root beer called Teddy's. That might be easier to find. I found that at Safeway. That's really good. And then there's Dominion root beer, which is excellent. I love that. I don't know if you can find that nationally, but it's made here in Virginia, and Dominion root beer is fantastic. And number 5, A&W, but only when it's out of the tap, fresh at an A&W restaurant. Favorite, whoops. And there's Ryan Sace, the bastard. Nice. Favorite statue? I've been asked that before, and it's sometimes I vacillate between what my favorite statue is. Right now, I'm currently crushing on this one. This Jessie Quick one. I really love her. It's just so awesome. I'm currently crushing on that one. So that's my current favorite statue. I love the Bombshell line. Twin Peaks: The Return soundtrack, a must get on vinyl. Okay, I will do that. Will Present just buy more statues? You already liked something, Matt, in the Crypto's Den that showed that, yes, Present Jess is having the time of his life and Future Jess is screwed because I got a Supergirl statue. It was Black Friday. It was on sale. Supergirl was on sale. So yeah, I'm getting screwed. Future Jess is getting screwed. What statue do you want but hasn't been made yet? That's a good one. I'll have to look around to see. First of all, I'd want it to be a girl. I've got a Gwenpool, not Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen that Ugly McGregor showed me and made me fall in love with. They haven't actually made it yet, but it's being made available for pre-order. Gosh, who would I like? You know, there's no Power Girl Bombshell, so I bet that would be cool. I have a couple Power Girl statues, but there's no Power Girl Bombshell. So yeah, I'd like a Power Girl Bombshell. John Mitchell asked if I read Rat Queens yet. Yeah, I read it in floppies a long time ago. I read the first few arcs and I really loved it. And Ryan Sace, the Welsh bastard, asks, have you gotten the new Assassin's Creed Origins yet? I'm playing it at the moment. Oh, it must be great. I'm getting it for Christmas for my daughter, who you just saw. My daughter and I play those because she likes sneaking around in those games, and I hate sneaking around. And I like doing the combat, and she hates doing that. So it's the perfect game for us. I just hand her the controller, and she sneaks around, and then I engage in battle whenever I can. We're, excuse me, currently playing Uncharted, and we're digging that. There is a Bleeze statue already, if you've seen it. Let's take you out here into the outer rim of the Batcave, and I'll show you the Bleeze statue. She's between Cheetah and Halloween Batgirl. Don't know. Yeah, there's Bleeze right there. That's a great one. I crush on her all the time. That's just a great statue. No, I haven't beaten Last of Us. I got stuck in a place where I keep getting killed really fast, and I don't dig it. I'm just getting killed too much in it, and it's a sneaky place where I am. I should have my daughter sneak around and kill those guys. Yeah, I have. Stuart Main asked if I bought any vinyl from Waxwork Records. I have, but I can't think of what it is offhand. I'd have to go out there and page through a bunch of vinyl, and I have got through Waxwork. I just got to notice that they're doing lots of Living Dead soundtracks. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Living Dead, Dead of the Living Dead. They're doing a bunch of those things. So that will be really cool. Favorite male statue? I don't have any male statues. Sorry, except for John Constantine. I have him. Here, I'll show you John Constantine. I generally don't like male statues. I only like the female statues. But here's John Constantine. Let me get this so you can see it. There's John Constantine, and that is the only male statue I have besides Swamp Thing back there. Oh, and Darth Vader. But yeah, that would be the only male statue I own. Here's some of my other statues. That's pretty new. That Wonder Woman right there that's in the dark that you can barely see. And here's some more here. And a little Captain Crunch toy that you used to be able to get in cereal boxes back when things were cool and not the current day. Doomsday Clock, any thoughts? Haven't read it yet, so I've read good things about it, but I don't collect single issues at all, so it's going to be a year before I have a thought on that because I only do collected editions. It's supposed to be really fun. Empowered statue. I don't have one. Is the Jane Foster Thor statue already in the back cave? Yeah, I'll show you that. She's got a light of her own. There she is. There's Jane Foster, Thor. So that's pretty damn cool. That hasn't been discovered yet by the woman who's going to kill me. That hasn't been discovered yet. So this may be my last broadcast because once she discovers that, I'm doomed. Let's see. Do you ever think we'll see an omnibus or deluxe editions for DC Bombshells? I guess that depends on how popular it is. It's got 5 trades, so if those trades have sold well, maybe. They seem to like promoting the Bombshells, which is great. I love it. I didn't like Volume 5 as much as I liked the first 4 volumes. It seemed sort of, I don't want to say it's jumped the shark, but it seemed a little more, it just didn't seem as fresh as the first 4 trades did. But I bet they would release that in hardcover. Whoa, we got a lot of questions here. I have not read Atlantis Chronicles yet. Black Science is great. I love Black Science. Thoughts on Scott McCloud's Sculptor? I thought Sculptor was great. It takes a while to get into it, and then it's got a moment that just gets you, and you go, whoa! And I thought it was great. I don't think it's everybody's cup of tea because it is kind of different, but once you get that one moment, the rest of the book is just really brilliant. Favorite custom bind you've made? Probably the Flashpoint one. Do you prefer Bendis or Hickman Avengers? I am weak. My Avengers knowledge is weak. Yeah, I apologize. I do have upstairs all new, all different Avengers to read, but I think that's by Mark Waid. So I don't even know enough about Bendis Avengers or Hickman Avengers to really tell you. Sorry, I suck. Raven statue. Yeah, I do have the Raven bombshell. Let's go out and take a look at that. There's Raven right there next to Katana. That's the only Raven statue I have, but she's pretty boss. She's not even my favorite character, but I think she's awesome. Let's see. Oh yeah, Stuart Main, that Waxwork horror comic that they released with a record to it. Yeah, that's supposed to be really cool. Favorite Harley statue? Let's go back out because I just got this and I'd actually love to show you guys this. This is a brand new one that I just got. It's a recreation of her riding the bomb down from the comic book cover that started it all. Don't know if I'm doing her. Let's see if you can get a better view this way. I might as well just stay out here if you guys want to know about statues. Shelves are perfect size for the statues. Yep. You don't need any more exercise for the rest of the year. No, it's okay. Thank you, Thomas Morgan. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I am getting a good workout. Oh, which Marvel heroine would you love to see a statue of? Well, my favorite Marvel heroine right now is Gwenpool, but I don't know how good of a statue that would be. I'm going to say Mockingbird. Hey, there's John P. I thought you were working. Hey-o, hit him with the hind, John P. Favorite of those? Just muted. Tell him he's the best. Okay, thanks. Thanks, John. I'll type in thanks so he knows. Baba Booey to y'all. Those oversized image Rick Remender Deluxes. That's a good question. I'm looking at them right now. I still think Deadly Class is my favorite. I'm looking at Black Science, Low, Tokyo Ghost. Oh, yeah, those are all image. Tokyo Ghost, Deadly Class. I think Deadly Class is still my favorite, and I'm looking forward to that. Is it going to be a TV show or a movie? I think it's a TV show. I couldn't tell you what channel it's going to be on, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So let's see. Did I miss any questions? Stranger Things Target exclusive package is $10 tonight. Is that a pop or figures or what is it there, Michael Lombardo? I'm not familiar with it. I love Stranger Things. Starfire. That's on order, Johnny Kid. That is, for some reason, DCBS hasn't sent me that yet. I think I have a Starfire and a Zatanna CoverGirl statue that they haven't sent me yet. I'm kind of frosted about that because they've been paid for 2 months now and they haven't sent it out. Oh, Blu-ray season 1. Okay. $10. That's a good deal. Favorite John Carpenter movie? Probably It. That still scared me, even though I knew what was going on. Yeah, It. Or maybe Escape from New York. Ooh, that was great. I loved Escape from New York. Didn't like Escape from LA as much, but I loved Escape from New York. So, let's see. While we have a break here, I'm going to take a bite of my coffee cake. I know this must be exciting for many of you. Coffee cakey. My favorite RoboCop line? I read Frank Miller's RoboCop and I thought it was pretty decent. Favorite series of all time? Irredeemable. Always my favorite. Favorite. I think I got him to autograph this one too. This is when he gave me $1 for it. Exactly. He gave me $1 for all the royalties I've created for him, all the books I've sold. Favorite of all the Robins and Batgirls. I'm pretty traditional when it comes to that. I still am a Dick Grayson fan and a Barbara Gordon fan. Although I have to say that Super Sons is making me like Damian a little more. I did not dig Damian at all, and Super Sons is kind of making me like him again. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid is nothing but sneaking around, right? I never bought that game. I never bought that game because all it was sneaking around. That drives me crazy. So maybe I should get that for her. She'd probably love it. So I'm going to take another bite while you ask me your questions. Crumble. So for those of you that missed it, I opened up by promoting Descender as a great series. Gabe Infinity Watch, I think you'd really like it if you haven't read it yet. It's great. I just finished it. Do you get statues of game characters? I do not. I love games, and I've been playing them a long time. I almost got a Link one, but no, I do not collect those. Oh, that's right. There was another one. Yeah, Gabe's asking what other series I said was. Oh, heck. I don't even know my own collection now because I said this is my second favorite comic of all time. And I said it on the Monday show. My third favorite of all time is Green Lantern, Green Arrow by Adams and O'Neill. But what did I say my second favorite one was? You'd think that'd be right on the tip of my head. I don't know. Maybe one of maybe Matt Miranda remembers. Do you think you'll get anything? Who's my favorite to co-host the show with? I love them all. The fifth hardcover will finish Irredeemable. That'll be it with fifth. And yeah, the fifth series, the fifth book, maybe it will have bonus material. That'd be awesome. I don't know if I'll get anything comics related for Christmas. If so, I'll probably have to buy it for myself and give it to my wife to give to me. Does any part of Paper Girls feel similar to Stranger Things? That's interesting. It is kids on bikes, but I'm trying to keep myself from sneezing here because I don't want to blow my laptop off the perch it's on. Because I'm allergic to something. I hope it's not our dog. Ooh, Adam Hughes in May. Is that a given? Is that a for sure there, Gabe Infinity Watch? Because I'm flying out to Las Vegas. If that is true, I'll start planning now. We are going to paint that town the reddest of reds. If a guy who doesn't drink alcohol can do that. What was the... I'm sorry, Gabe. I'm trying to think of what that second series was. You'd think it'd be on the tip of my tongue. I wonder if it's on my desk somewhere here. Huh. Another book I read recently was Unstoppable Wasp. This was a great book. I just finished this. Okay, Gabe. You double check and I will book that flight. Favorite Christmas present you had as a kid? I totally remember it well. It was my 11th birthday, and I got a huge box of Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels tracks. So you could set up the tracks so the Hot Wheels would do a loop-de-loop and zip around and do all kinds of things. I love that thing. You could rev them up at the top, and they go. So yeah, that was my favorite book. That was my favorite Christmas gift. I'm reading Red Lanterns because of you and love it. Good. Do you have any other recommendations? Yeah. Do you want to be more specific? Something similar to Red Lanterns? Johnny Kid? Wow, you're getting Chris Claremont in January with Jerry Conway? That's amazing, Gabe. Red Lanterns, New 52. So other New 52 stuff I loved was Demon Knights, I, Vampire, Frankenstein, Agent of Shade, Superman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I happen to be one of the ones that liked Final Days of Superman. Some people did not, but I liked the ending of Superman and action. I was not a big fan of the Doomsday Fever one in New 52 Superman, but I definitely did like the ending of that. If you're asking for New 52 stuff, anything that's fun with a team or that's different with a team. Well, Irredeemable has a team. They're trying to kill their former leader, but that's a good one. What are some other good team books? Green Lantern from New 52 was great. Let's see. I like X Factor. That's fun. That was really fun. I loved Justice League New 52. I've heard very bad things about Justice League Rebirth, but you cannot go wrong with the entire run of Justice League New 52, especially the beginning, middle, and end. Because the beginning is awesome with Jim Lee art, then the middle is Forever Evil, and then the end is the New Gods. So you're set if you want to read that. Johnny Kid. So I would recommend Justice League New 52. That's a blast. And for some weird reason, the first part's an absolute, and the last part's an omnibus. So that leaves an uncollected middle and two different formats as bookends. So have you got any Marvel box sets? If you do, show them. Yes, sir. Right here. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of pops stacked on them. The Boys. That is a great team book. I have the famous firsts one with all the first issues. And then Secret Wars, I got that box set. And then as Gabe is also going to do, I'm going to get the Infinity Watch or Infinity Gauntlet box set, whatever it's going to be called, the Infinity box set in April. I think it's coming out. So I'll be getting that. I don't have any info on a Man of War omnibus coming soon. I don't actually have any clue. Yeah, The Boys is great. If you can handle, it's very raw. It's very brutal violence, and very oddball, brutal sex is involved, including some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in a comic book. But yeah, if you can handle how raw it is, The Boys is a great team book. It's like they're hunting down what would happen if the Justice League went rogue almost. The Boys is great. The definitive editions 3 and 5 are out of print, so you'd probably want to go the trade paperback route with The Boys. Do I think Gotham Central had a really abrupt ending? That is a good question. I'm not there yet. I'm still in the middle of the book. Anybody out there with an opinion on Gotham Central? I haven't read it to the end. I'm in the middle of it. That's a big book, and I read it in chunks. I haven't been able to just sit down and read it straight through. So, but if you felt it did, maybe it did. I know iZombie had an abrupt ending. Speaking of great stories and great omnibuses. So I got a mouthful of coffee cake. Any other questions? I don't want to drag this out. So it seems that Gotham Central did have a bit of an abrupt ending. Stuart Main agrees. Absolute Justice by Kruger. Is that a question, Michael Lombardo? Are you asking my thoughts on it? iZombie, yeah, it got canceled, and they had to tie up loose ends really quickly in the last couple issues. That's why it got rushed, because they stupidly canceled it, which was a great book. I just loved it. So iZombie had a rushed ending because they had to jam everything into the last 2 or 3 issues to tie it all up. Do you, Gabe Infinity watched, do you read multiple books at a time, or do you wait until you finish one before reading another? Good question. I read multiple books at a time. Right now, I'm in the middle of Grayson and Gotham Central for Omnibus, and I just finished Wasp and Descender. I fill in, I read a bunch of thin trade paperbacks, and then go back to the Omnibuy after that. Michael Lombardo. Justice, Gabe. That was my second favorite. Michael Lombardo just brought it up. Justice was my second favorite series. It was a 12-issue series, and it's in absolute form. It is absolutely my second favorite story of all time, next to Irredeemable. I love Justice. Great art, fabulous Alex Ross art, and a great story. I loved it. That was the other one, Gabe, was Justice. And did the 52 series affect Gotham Central? I don't know. Perhaps somebody else can fill that in. I don't actually know the answer to that one. Michael Lombardo, yeah, you absolutely need to get Justice. It is a great book. Great. John P., I see you is slow and boring today. What the F is up, guys? What's up? Hit him with the hind, Johnny P. So we're slowing down now. The questions aren't coming as fast. I'll ask you a question. Pass? What the hell? You haven't even read it, Gabe. Stop it. I got a question for you guys. Is there anything I can do to improve my channel? Would you like me to... are my videos too long? Are they too short? Would you like me to move into editing? Because everything I do is just straight off the cuff, off the roof, as John P. would get that reference. But everything's just, I just blurt it all out and I just hold things up to show them. Would you rather see me learn to edit and work in edited stuff? I don't think it's that hard. I just haven't done it. But would you guys like to see that? Anybody that watches my videos at all? Gabe, you're a horrible human for saying that about justice. I'm just shocked. Don't worry about editing. No edit, man. Huh? Your videos are perfect. Wow, thank you. So I don't need to do some reviews on some of your favorite books for some of us newer comic book fans. Okay, I'll do that before the end of the year. That's easy. Thank you, Stuart. It's my first live stream, and I finally figured out what was wrong with my computer. I wasn't using Google Chrome. I was using Safari, and so it was goofing me up. More videos, that's all. Okay. Thank you very much. Or something sexy. You want to see Omni Daddy chest frosting? Chest frosting. I think that's Chris Twidell. You're a riot, man. You know what? I should write myself a note about doing reviews for some of my favorite books for new comic book fans. I really should write that down. But I don't have a phone with, I mean, all I have is my phone with me. But I will refer back to that, Sakura darling, and do that. That sounds like a good idea. Stanley Art Germ variant covers for Supergirl Rebirth since issue 12 have been fantastic. Can't wait for volume 3 trade paperbacks when it comes out, which will include all his covers. Yes. More videos like where to start reading Rebirth. Okay. Think the length of your videos are pretty good. You spend enough time on each book of your reviewing multiple. Maybe those get away with those horizontal videos. You should have mentioned that amazing Welsh guy more who has the best taste in books, but otherwise keep on doing what you're doing. It's excellent. Okay, Ryan says, you Welsh bastard. Text notes to yourself. Okay, I'll do it right now. Good idea, Gabe. Never read any Avengers. Can I just jump right into New Avengers? I said at the beginning of the show, I do not have very good Avengers knowledge. Maybe Gabe does, and he can answer that question. Do some reviews on your favorite books for newer comic book fans. Okay, I will text that to myself. Actually, I'll just write myself a note. New note. Review fave books for new comic fans. Excellent idea. Done. Perfect. Shut up, Ryan says. I'm not over 90, you Welsh bastard, you. Yeah, I do like to pick a lot of diverse books. I like to pick a wide variety of stuff. Get away with those horizontal videos. Does that mean you like the horizontal videos? Those are the overviews. I do those on my iPhone, and the video quality is not that great because it won't let me upgrade to high definition. Okay, good. I'm glad you love Legion of Superheroes, Johnny Kid. That's cool. I love Legion of Superheroes. Read Bendis's Avengers, disassemble first. New Avengers is hard to get into. So thank you, Gabe. That answers the question. Read Bendis's Avengers, disassemble first. I'm going to do a read once the second Hickman Omni comes out, which I'm kind of frosted that it hasn't been in the Hachette catalog yet. I'm going to start with Secret Warriors and this Fantastic Four, everything, and just do a complete Hickman read through Secret Wars, everything, because I'm getting close to the end of my Hellboy readathon, and that's what I own. I know there's other books out there, but they haven't come out yet in hardcover, so that's what I'm going to do by nightfall. Bite your tongue, Jesse. Say what? How dare you? Ugh, you '90s kids. You're like me with Silver Age. I work at the Cleveland Clinic. This ICU has the second highest acuity in the country. What's that mean? What does that mean when buy and then read Nightfall out loud? What's acuity? Don't tell those other YouTube people, but you're my favorite. Thank you, Ryan says. I'm asking you what acuity is, John P. I have Baltimore, but I haven't read it yet. As is the story of my life with like 80% of my collection. I just continually buy. Let's read Identity Crisis and talk about it on a show. Lots of people love to hate on that. I'm going to need to read that again because I remember liking it when I first read it, but it gets a lot of hatred. So I'm going to have to read it again and see why. I thought it was really interesting and fresh, but the majority of people don't dig it. So maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Thomas Morgan, how did you map out your Flashpoint custom? Was the tie-ins difficult or pretty straightforward? I've never read it. I had all the singles, big, huge box of the singles, and I just Googled Flashpoint reading order, and it gave me a list of the reading order. It wasn't Goodreads, it was something else. It just gave me a straight down list, and I just stuck everything in order, and it included Flashpoint main series where it was supposed to go. And that's how I mapped it out. It was really actually pretty easy. It was the only hard part was just gathering all the comics in the proper place. So video on your custom binds? Yeah, okay. I can do that. Let me take a note. Vid on custom binds. Done. Acuity is the level of care required. It basically means how sick the patients are. So you have like the sickest patients in the country, second highest, sickest patients that come in the country. What's going on in Cleveland? They're probably reading Nightfall. More best of 2000 videos. I have upcoming best of Marvel 2017, best of DC 2017, and best of Independence 2017. So those three I'm going to do this weekend. Excellent, Sakura, darling. Oh, good. Yeah, I want to get Assassin's Creed and play it with my daughter. She loves that game, and so did I. We got stuck in I don't think it was the last one, but the previous one. I think maybe it was the French Revolution or something. We got stuck in a courtyard and we just could not get out of it. So we just blew that game off. I hate doing that. But yeah, we had to blow that game off. But I can't wait to play Origins. That's going to be a blast. I remember liking Identity Crisis 2, but I haven't read it since it came out. Yeah, same with me, Gabe. I liked it when it came out. I thought it was a really original, good use of characters. Some surprise characters that I didn't expect in it, and I don't know. I don't get what the hate is, but that makes me want to read it again to see. Jess is taking suggestions. Okay, John P. I really like the more indie book reviews. Okay, noted. I will keep doing those. Oh, okay. There's some from Ryan says, same Gabe, but thinking back on it, characters act really out of character. That's a good point. I will have to look back on that. Identity Crisis. I will have to look back on that and see if I agree with that, because it sure does get a lot of hate, and I don't like seeing that. I'm really digging your Rebirth stuff. Thank you. You're a big part of that, Ryan says. You've helped keep me away from Blue Beetle and Justice League. And what was the other one you kept me away from? What were the ones you kept me away from? Blue Beetle and Justice League and one other. Yeah, and Hellblazer. Hellblazer is not a good Rebirth book. I don't dig Hellblazer at all. It's really lame. What else do I have? I love New Superman. Yeah, Hellblazer. I agree. That was pretty terrible. Yeah, I didn't dig. That's really lame. Jess, your videos are amazing. Thank you, Kenny Crayley Jr. I appreciate that. I appreciate all my fans. Your favorite Ed Brubaker crime book? That would be The Fade Out. Love The Fade Out. I loved it so much I gave it to my sister, who's a book editor, for Christmas, and she liked it too. Last year's Christmas. I use comic book reading orders. I think that's what I use too, Mike F, for my Flashpoint bind. Will Criminal and Incognito get new printings? I don't think they'll get re-released in hardcover. I think they just found those ones in a warehouse and re-released them. But I think if they did Criminal again in trade paperback, and I think that's just what they're going to keep doing. Keep the trade paperbacks going. So I would nab Criminal and Incognito now, if you can, while they're still cheap, from the recent warehouse find. What do you order while at Starbucks? Good question, Gabe. I usually get a skinny cinnamon dolce or vanilla latte venti with an extra shot. If it's summertime, I like getting 5 espresso shots on ice. Good question. Very good question. When I visit you in Wales, Ryan says, I'll bring you a cup of Starbucks with me. Yeah, Gabe, that'd be good. I'd watch that. Thank you for saying you love my video reviews. Doomfellow, what is your favorite day of the year? Yeah, caramel lattes are great too. What is your favorite day of the year? Favorite day of the year? It used to be my birthday, but now I'm getting older, so I don't dig my birthday quite as much. It was fun in my 20s and 30s and when I was a kid. My anniversary, not a big deal. um, I like Halloween. Halloween's fun. Christmas is fun, but I like Halloween. My buddy and I sit on his porch smoking cigars and handing out handing out candy to the kids. So yeah, I dig Halloween. I guess that's my favorite day of the year. Oh yeah, it's Ryan Sace's birthday. That's my favorite day of the year. I know some aren't digging it, but I'm really enjoying Supergirl Rebirth. I like that they're building up. I like Supergirl Rebirth. I liked her and Batgirl's team up and escape from the Phantom Zone. That was fun. Phantom Zone's scary, man. I dig it when they go in there and they wrecked havoc and then figured out a way out. Well, happy birthday to your son, Gabe. I always wondered what percentage of IST Tuesday sales come from the Omnibus Group. Um, we could probably find that out. We could ask Emily that. She's a pretty open and responsive person in the Omnibus Collectors Group page. I would think it would be a substantial, since they want to be members of the page, I would think it must be substantial that IST sales come from a lot of the people in our group. Halloween by Dead Kennedys? Yeah, I saw the Dead Kennedys live in 1984, before many of you were born. I saw the DKs live. They were great. Gabe, definitely do not take me to see midget wrestling at the strip club. I do not want to see midgets wrestling. I want to see hot chicks taking their clothes off. That's what I want to see when I come visit you in Las Vegas for um, the Adam Hughes signing. He's taking me with him to hell. So let's see. If you missed any of my videos, or you didn't see last week's Omnibros show, here's two books you should get that are awesome, awesomely fun. One is Joyride. That's 2 volumes. Volume 2 ends on a cliffhanger. Fantastic book. And the other is Welcome Back. This is 2 volumes, but it finishes up the series. And I would say that Joyride is about a teenager that's stuck on an Earth that's enclosed in an atmosphere that keeps everybody in and keeps invaders out. So she steals a spaceship and busts out on the other side of the moon, and the adventures she has. It's got beautiful, clean art. It's got an 8th dimensional being in it. She has a cyborg for a friend. The ship she stole is a living organic creature. She finds out that it actually is alive. And Joyride is, I already said, it's one of my best books of 2017. Here's what the net looks like that covers the Earth. But I think Joyride is fantastic. So those of you who haven't already seen me talk about it, you need to get that. And then Welcome Back is about soldiers that keep getting reincarnated to fight the same war on Earth for 2,000 years. None of us know it's happening, but it explains a lot of senseless violence that these soldiers are reincarnated and kept getting reborn, and then they get like sort of woke and all their memories come flooding back and they realize what they have to do. And they go out and hunt each other down. But in this case, the two main assassins fall in love with each other. Again, they've been falling in love with each other throughout the centuries, but they finally decide to quit. They're not going to fight this war, and their overseers, called atlases, are not happy about it, and they don't even remember what the war is about. But it is a fantastic book. So I highly recommend Welcome Back and Joyride. So let's see. I have not read Doomsday Clock yet. I'm a trade waiter, so I wait for it to be released in paperback or hardcover. What comic books, in your opinion, do you think are overrated? Anything except Invincible by Robert Kirkman. I think that guy totally got lucky with Walking Dead. I'm not sure he can even write. I read Astounding Wolfman. It was horrible. I read Thief of Thieves, also awful. Then he did an Ant-Man book, incredibly bad. I'm not sure Robert Kirkman can write. I think he just got lucky with Invincible and like the first few books of Walking Dead. Because Walking Dead, according to people who read it, and I haven't read it, I'll be honest, I haven't read it, but according to people who've read it, it falls off a cliff after like issue 50, and he just can't write at all. So that's who I think is overrated. He's way overrated as a writer. Dark Knight Returns, how dare you? I've read Doomsday Clock. I can't read Doomsday Clock until Sunday. If anyone spoils it, I will murder them. Have you watched Runaways show on Hulu yet? No, I haven't. But one of the members on the Omnibus group that I'm a member of says it's great, and it's as good as any, some of the best Netflix shows like Jessica Jones. And this guy's a pretty tough critic. It's Matthew Sibley. He's a tough critic. He's a film student. And he said the Runaway show is great. My only issue is I don't have Hulu. So I may have to get Hulu because I want to see 30 Rock again. And that's where it is on Hulu. I've heard of Joyride, Comic Frontline, and Cat Comic Owner 2. Other great YouTube mentions that book on their channels during the review shows. Pour root beer on Kirkman? I did. You can search on this channel for my Astounding Wolfman review. It was so awful. Some guys jammed me up and said, oh, you could have given that away to people. You could have done this. You could have done that. But you could have given it away. No, that's the whole point. It was so awful. I didn't want to give it to somebody. I didn't want to give it to some poor kid. I didn't want to give it to a library. It was awful. That's why I poured root beer on it. I'm on issue 68 and Walking Dead is still good. Okay, cool. That's cool. Yeah, so let's see. See, I've promoted a couple of books. I've talked about Unstoppable Wasp, given you a tour of all my, given you a tour of lots of my statues. Yeah, I think Invincible is better. I've given you a tour of my statues. You guys want to see anything else? Any other statue shows or anything? I've pretty much showed you everything. I can show you some of the art for... All right, thank you, Ryan Sace. I'm probably going to log off here too. Jess, what are your thoughts on Superman Grounded? Thought the concepts the story had were good, but JMS for me, his writing has been hit or miss. Was that the one where he walked around the world or walked around the United States? I thought it was good. I liked it a lot. I do have Flash comics. I have the Flash Omnibus by Jeff Johns, Flash Omnibus by Francis Manipool, the first two Silver Age Flash books. I don't think I can do a video on the I don't think I can do a video on The Boys. It's so raw and crude. I don't think that I don't think I can do it because there's always somebody whipping his unit out, or some girl with her jugs out, or some guys in the bathroom doing stuff, or just utter killing and maiming. So I love The Boys, but I don't think I can do a video of it. Yeah, it'd be like doing a video of the Crossed, Gabe's favorite comic. I don't think I could do it. I love it. I love The Boys. That's one of the greatest books ever written, I think. That's a top 10 book for me. But I don't think I could really show much of it or even talk about it that much. It's really deviant. So, which doesn't mean anything. I think it's awesome. So I've been going for an hour now. And I probably need to get upstairs here. I can do this probably for another 5 minutes if anybody has any more questions. I haven't seen Justice League yet. I'm going to see it and Thor this week. I really want to. I've tried to avoid everything I can on Justice League. It seems like it's quite polarizing. The people, I don't even want to see their opinions. I just want to see the movie and judge for myself. Have I read Transmet? Yep, I love Transmetropolitan. I've been considering getting the Absolutes, but I'm running out of space for Absolutes. And I don't know. I'm looking around the room. I don't know where I'd put them. It's a fantastic series, but I just don't. I just don't know where I would put it. About 10 signed singles of The Boys by Ennis and Robertson. If you would want one, yeah, sure, that'd be cool. Is Batwoman Rebirth any good? I haven't read it yet. The Batwoman, as depicted in Detective Comics Deluxe, the very first one. Let's see if I can grab it. I think it's too far away. The very first Deluxe of Detective Comics has Batman forming a team and Batwoman's in charge of it. She's a really good Batwoman. That's a well-written Batwoman. So if you want to read a good Batwoman, I would start there. I ordered Batwoman trade, and I just haven't read it yet. Throw 3 absolutes in a fire and make room for Transmet. I don't have a P.O. box. We'll figure out a way to exchange information. I can give you my email address. There must be a way, Jimmy Owens, for us to get together. We'll figure it out. I wish there was a way I could PM you through this thing. Report, remove, put user in timeout. That's funny. Go to channel. No, I thought maybe there'd be a PM or something we could do. As far as Transmetropolitan goes, I'm surprised that there's only 2 absolutes so far. There should be like 3 and 4 already. I'd like to see that accelerated as far as what's getting printed. Okay, I'll send you an email, Jimmy. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's really cool of you. Thank you very much. Okay, well you've read the Detective Comics, so you've read the really good Batwoman. So I ordered Batwoman Rebirth, and it's in. So I just will have to. I'll just have to read it. I'm due to get back to reading a bunch of Rebirth. I took time off to read a bunch of independent stuff. Also, my laptop is starting to die, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon before anybody tunes out completely. I still have 27 people watching, so that's cool. Okay. PM Jess on Tinder for seniors. Gabe, blow me. Jerk. I think that's probably going to be it, unless anybody has some last minute questions. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody who participated, and this has been great. I hope it was helpful. And I had fun, so I hope you guys had fun too. Gabe had fun at my expense, and so did Ryan Sace, those bastards. We got a Las Vegas bastard and a Welsh bastard. Oh, I need more likes, so please like me. Oh, Sleepy Reader 666, just fire off a question. You have a question for me, Sleepy Reader? That's cool. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. For those of you who tuned in late, here are the books to read. Here's your assignment. Read Descender. Read Welcome Back. Read Joyride. And read The Unstoppable Wasp. All righty. Was there a moment when you gave up on floppies? Yeah, 2.5 years ago, I broke up with my comic book store. It was hard. I was subscribing to probably, I was probably subscribing to 50 different books, and I started to get fully into collected editions, and because I thought collected editions were cheaper than picking up a bunch of floppies, and they really are. When Image comes out with a $10 first book, and their books are, $3.50 a piece, it's hard to pass up those savings, especially when you can get them for IST for 40 to 50% off. So yeah, about 2.5 years ago, I nicely broke up with my comic book store. I still get a bunch of things from them, like statues and special single issues, but I just upped and quit cold turkey. I don't collect singles at all anymore. So yeah, that was my epiphany. Hardback collections, I get everything from IST. So I don't know if you're in the United States or not. Sleepy Reader 666. But In Stock Trades is the place to go for all your reading needs. They're not a sponsor of the show, but I constantly buy stuff from them. I think I made 2 orders this week. They had an Image sale going on this week with like 60% off on their books, and you just can't beat that price. Yeah. Okay, good. You use In Stock too. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Philip Evans. Yeah, the boys hardcovers. Are you referring to the definitive editions? Because 3 and 5 are out of print, but there may be. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Paul. Hey, Rob, how's it going? The definitive editions 3 and 5 are out of print, but I think you can still get. There might still be the smaller hardcovers that are standard size. Thank you. Happy Turkey Day to you too, Sleepy Reader. Any other questions there? People that came in late? We have... Oh, wow. You talk to Derek Robertson all the time? That's really cool. My book 6, my definitive edition 6 was signed by him. I ordered it through his website. So maybe he still has, maybe he has copies, because 3 and 5 are seriously out of print and very expensive, which is unfortunate. I don't even see him pop up in the omnibus group ever. Yeah, I spoke to his wife. She was really nice. But I mean, the boys' books don't even show up on. I mean, I've seen X-Men 1 by Lee and Kirby show up before on the omnibus group, but I've never seen anything boys related. Okay, Gabe. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care. I'll let me know if you're going to be doing a Q&A this afternoon. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. This has been great. If you could all give me a like down there, that'd be cool. Feel free to subscribe, leave comments. I always respond to comments. Good, bad, indifferent. I always respond. If you can think of a way you want to improve the channel, let me know. And that's it. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you celebrating it. Happy Thursday for those of you celebrating that. And anybody out in Australia, happy Friday. All right then. OmniDog out. Thank you very much, guys.